Hello, welcome back to Salty Sunshine. Even though it's raining every freaking day here in South Florida, happy Labor Day. All these long weekends it's always raining, and I wonder why that is. Is that a sign that we shouldn't be, trying to party so much and taking so much vacation time? I don't know what it is, but it's always gloomy. I ran and took my dog out for her little walk before the afternoon showers, and just when we got back, it started pouring. So I'm happy for her that she got her walk in. I was reading this article that hamburgers are much more popular than hot dogs on Labor Day. What do you guys think? I read also that there's a crazy amount, like 800 hot dogs a minute are eaten or something. Was it? I think so. But burgers are more than that. So there you go. Labor Day food. Yeah, chips, dip, burgers, hot dogs, salads, stuff like that, potato salads. So I feel documentary fatigue. I feel like there's so many documentaries and so many of them are done so poorly. They just throw stuff together right after something happens and it's the same thing you saw on the news and there's no new information and that drives me nuts. Like why not just wait a little bit? Wait for more to happen, see where they are now, like have more information. It's just like such a waste of time. Um, I think Kanye's new movie that comes out September 19 is a documentary type movie. And who's going to pay to go see that? Now, I say that knowing so many people are going to pay to go see that just for the fact to talk crap and like watch it, or maybe they're fans of his. I'm a fan of his music. Obviously, he's gone batshit and I don't like him as a person anymore. I used to think he was cool, but he's definitely like turned a corner. But yeah, I'm done. I want to know. I want someone else to watch it for me and tell me, is it just a bunch of crap? Like it's all the same stuff we've seen, just like all the other documentaries. It's just a bunch of you know following him around with a camera and just watching him, the same stuff we see all the time. I feel like that's what it's going to be, and it's nothing new. And all right, so I saw so many documentaries. Oh, happy congratulations to Taylor Swift and Travis Kelce. They're engaged. I saw that his dad came on and gave an interview, was saying that um Taylor Swift was actually getting antsy. She was about to like put her foot down and like give an ultimatum type of thing. And that's why the dad was pushing Travis to shit or get off the pot because it was like gonna go left. And so that's interesting. She's just like everyone else. She's one of the girls. We have to like, lay down the hammer and like stand on business. How does Amaya Papaya say it? Stand on 10 toes. Stand on 10 toes before we get anxiety. Anyways, so congrats to them. She is 35. I mean, I know she dresses like she's 10, but she is 35. So she probably wants to start having babies. And they got to get, well, they don't have to, but she probably wants to get married. So the girl that designed her $550,000 wedding ring is an FSU Knoll alumni, and she went to school during the same time my daughter Brianna went to school. So that's fun. That's very exciting. FSU put up a post and shared that who she is and the jewelry place she works for, and that's really cool. Also, football season started. Hello. Hello. We're here. I'm so excited. It's September 1st. I'm excited for fall. I'm excited for pumpkin spice everything. I'm excited for less mosquitoes. I'm excited for less heat, even though it's hot year round here in South Florida, but it's less. I'm excited for maybe 2 or 3 days out of the few months we'll be able to like open a window and not die of heat. And so I'm also excited about wearing boots and cowboy boots and maybe a shawl, because like a sweater's too much here again. It's doesn't get that cold, but it's a reprieve from the oven that is the outdoor area of South Florida. It's so bad. But what else am I excited about? I'm excited about college football, regular football. I love it all. The I love fall. I love the heat is too much. The summer's too hot. You're miserable. You just don't want to go outside. And now longer walks, walking with your dogs, feeling chill, and all the flavors, and Halloween's coming, which is so exciting, and then Thanksgiving. It's all fun. So that's exciting. FSU won their first game and it was awesome. It looks like a good team this year. They started with a bang and go Noles. So, okay, I saw that documentary Fit for TV. It's about that show The Biggest Loser, which I never saw back in the day, but I definitely know what it is. And everyone's like, "Oh my god, the torture, whatever." What is the big I don't understand. People are making like Friends and all the shows from before, they're trying to make it controversial. There's nothing controversial. You lower your calorie intake and you try to do exercise as much as you can. That's the only way you're going to lose weight, people. And especially for a show. But yes, they did things that were unethical, like the making them take off their shirts and like yelling in their faces, and yeah, they did some stuff, but it's not that outrageous. It's not like, oh my god. I mean, the way people talk to each other today is worse. But it was fine. I mean, it's nothing new. So whatever. Um oh, it was interesting. So Heather and Terry DeBro, they were talking about, they have a new podcast, right? Together. Heather dropped her solo podcast and she brought Terry on. So now it's both of them. It's called Between Us. They were talking about the Fit for TV documentary. And Terry is like Ozempic #1 supporter. Like he's all in on it. He has this feud with Jillian Michaels, and they have this like online feud and whatever. He doesn't agree with her and she's like against Ozempic, or like let's be careful with it, and he's more like everybody get on it. It's a lifesaver. I am confused. So Terry's a brilliant doctor. He's a surgeon, all this stuff. He went and got his another like nutritional thing, board of certification or whatever. But I don't understand. He's talking about Fit for TV documentary, saying that they're lucky no one died because they weren't getting enough nutrition. But yet, on the other hand, you're supporting Ozempic when they're not getting enough nutrition because they're not eating. So how is he's contradicting himself. He just is. I'm sorry. He loves the drug for whatever reason, but he's not making sense of the reasons why, because there's literally nothing different than being anorexic and malnutrition, and being on Ozempic, not eating, being anorexic and malnutrition. It's literally the same. The only difference is you're not making yourself throw up and you're not having to do these crazy antics for the same result. You're literally not eating. There's people on Ozempic that don't eat for days. They eat chips. They eat nothing. They're not whatever. I'm not against Ozempic. I think people are nuts to just like put shit in their body that they don't know what's going to happen, and now they have a lawsuit, and there's people that have gone blind, have lost their gallbladder, have diarrhea forever. They're never going to get out of it. All these things, obviously that's not the norm or everyone, but the fact that it's a possibility, that's crazy to even, if you have 10 pounds to lose, it's crazy to like take that route, in my opinion. Also, I don't like to be dependent on things. So I do my own hair. I do my own, like, I don't like to be dependent on services. I like a DIY. I'm a DIY type of person. I don't like that stress or pressure. So that could never be for me, because I like to feel like I can manage my own life and body like on my own. So it's not easy, but like once you get in the routine of like a certain lifestyle, it's long lasting, and you don't have to depend on something that has to be refrigerated and a needle that you got to do. What if you're stuck somewhere and you don't have it? Then you're going to freak out. It's like a mental thing. Anyways, I just thought that was interesting that he was talking about how they're not getting enough nutrition on that show, but Ozempic's not giving you nutrition either. So, okay, so the next one I saw, unknown, the next documentary on Netflix, Unknown Number, the high school, um, was it stalker? Anyways, Unknown Number. It's a true story of this woman, this girl that's 14. She has a boyfriend. They live in the tiniest little town, and she starts getting these weird text messages just kind of berating her and abusing her verbally and saying that her boyfriend's cheating on her, he doesn't want to be with her, and she should kill herself, and she's ugly, she has a flat ass, she's a skank ass whore, all these things. And it goes on for like 2 years, and the cops like get involved, and they don't really find the numbers coming from, which is crazy because one cop at the end comes in and gets it done. So why couldn't they get it done at the beginning is beyond me. And at the end of the day, it turns out to be the mom. Spoiler alert, but I feel like I already knew who it was. When I first started watching the documentary, I knew exactly who it was because I remember seeing the article. This just happened in like 2023. So I saw the article on Daily Mirror, wherever, and they said it was the mom. How can the mom have done that to her daughter? I totally saw this play out on the news. I guess a lot of people missed it. So when they saw the documentary, it was a shock to them because they had no idea who was behind it. So this poor girl's mom that is friends with the other mom of the daughter's boyfriend. They're friends, and she's like volunteering at school. She's always involved in everything in school, all the PTA, all the soccer stuff, all the stuff. And so they were wondering, they thought it was a student because the person that was texting her kind of knew everything they were doing, all the details of like their days. So they're like, it has to be a student. But it was the mom that was always involved in everything, or her kid coming home telling her about her day. I mean, how sick. So the mom was married to the dad. The dad had no idea. No one had any idea it was his mom. So the mom was obviously obsessed with the boy, the boyfriend of her daughter, and like hyper focused on him because eventually the boy broke up with the daughter because he couldn't stand all the harassment because they were both getting the messages. And then he started to date someone else, and that girl started getting messages. So the mom, her focus was the boy, but she kept verbally abusing her own daughter. But then she moved on to that girl, and then he let that girl off because he's like, I don't want her to go through this. So she was obviously in love with the boy. She was obviously jealous of her daughter and hates her daughter. The most shocking part of the documentary is the fact that the mom kind of wrote it off. She went to jail, she served time. They finally caught her, and her reaction when they caught her and the cops went to get a search warrant and they moved into the house like to see all her electronics and everything. She had like 3 other phones, and she was very calm about it. And all she would say is, I can't leave my daughter because the husband's like, get the fuck out of my house. Like, I called your parents, you're getting out of my house. This is sick. And but very calmly. He wasn't even, I would have been crazy, going crazy. And the mom just kept saying, I can't leave my daughter, hugging her daughter. And the daughter wasn't pushing her away. And it was very sad to see. It looked like a very sick situation. But the mom was comparing it to, we've all made mistakes. And what's the difference of like driving drunk and getting a DUI? You're in the same boat as I am. It's like, you're sick in the head and you need evaluation. And I didn't see in the documentary anywhere that they said that they evaluated her for whatever mental illness she has, because she obviously has a mental illness. She said she was abused when she was young. I don't know what that has to do with abusing your own kid in that way. She literally for 2 years verbally abused her daughter via text message, anonymous text message, telling her she had a flat ass, telling her she was the ugliest thing, to kill herself. It was so bad. There's no excuse. None. And she should have a restraining order on her mother. Her mother should never be able to get around her daughter. And the daughter wants to have a relationship with her. She's young, impressionable, and naive. So I don't think she understands what she's doing right now. And she's probably in shock. But it's a really interesting documentary. And they were blaming other girls in the school. And the other girls were like, I never did anything. I don't know what you're doing. Like, check my phone. It wasn't me. Everyone's like, you didn't like her from the beginning. And they're like, what are you talking about? So I saw that. And then, oh my God, With Love, Meghan on Netflix, season 2's out. How can you not enjoy that show? I don't care what you feel about Meghan Markle. I personally have my own opinions about how she purposely had a plan going into that marriage. And I think she was a manipulator. And I think she completely betrayed her husband's family for no good reason on the way out. Fine. I don't know her. I don't take it personally. These are just opinions, right? I still loved her on Suits, and watching this show, it's like such a nice, lovely show. How can you not enjoy the show? I'll never understand it. It's such a fabulous show. I love it. I'm obsessed with arts and crafts and DIY stuff. And like, it's very different from other, like, it's not straight up cooking. It's cooking and friends, and she has a great sense of humor, and she's cool to hang out with, and she makes it light and fluffy, and the guests she has on are great, and she does little DIY stuff and jewelry stuff, and let's make a portrait, and let's make a shirt, and let's make a scarf, and I'm like, I'm learning so much, and it just makes me want to do arts and crafts day and night. I love it. I think we need more of that in this sick world we live in. No, I love it. I think this season's even better than the first. Um, even what's her name that came on? John Lennon's wife. I can't stand her. I don't like her personality. I think she's one of those girls that plays airhead and she thinks she's so funny and she's not. She's just annoying. But I even that episode I didn't mind because Meghan is so lovely on the show. She's lovely on the show. I still stand by my other opinions about her on other things, but who cares? The show's still fabulous. Um Only Murders in the Building is coming back September 9th. I'm very excited. I love that show. It's amazing on Hulu. Another documentary I saw, Love Thy Nader. Now, do I know who Brooks Nader is? No. Did I really enjoy the show? Yes. I've probably seen her face around. She's been a model for apparently a very long time. So she does look familiar to me, but I don't know who she is as far as like, oh, that's the girl that whatever. No, I don't know who she is, but I know who she is, if that makes sense. She was on Dancing with the Stars, a season I didn't watch. I kind of fell off watching that. I'm definitely going to watch this upcoming season because there's some good people on there. Alex Earl's going to be on there, and the girls from Secret Lives of Mormon Wives are going to be on there. And so I'm definitely tuning in. But so she was on Dancing with the Stars and she started dating her dancing partner. What was his name? A weird name. Gleb. She started and so the show starts off with him and they're, eating each other's face off like Kourtney Kardashian and Travis Barker do. And I hate that trait in people. Nobody wants to see that. Cut it out. Nobody wants to see that. So it's 4 sisters. She has 3 hot sisters, and I love it because it's kind of a modern day Kardashian family, but her parents are from Louisiana, from Baton Rouge, and they have the little twang, and when they talk, and they're like 51, and they look amazing, amazing. Drop the skincare routine because they look really good. Both the mom and dad, and they're very cool, they're very loving, and they're very calm, and the 4 sisters are just animals bouncing off the wall because they're 4 different personalities, all the hair and makeup, they all want to be models. It's really fun, and it's the vanilla drama that I love. I love vanilla drama. I love shows like that. I don't know if you guys remember the show Jessie James Decker and her husband Eric Decker. They had a show back in the day before they got married and while they were getting married, and I love that kind of stuff because it's just a family. They're cute. It's vanilla drama. It's not super toxic, but there's problems like everyone has, and I like that kind of stuff. It's such a departure from the Real Housewives. So I really enjoyed it. Um the sisters are cool, and even though they don't get along sometimes, they stick together, and it's a cool show. It's something you can have in the background. It lowers your cortisol levels. One thing in the show though, or 2 things. One thing was really disgusting. Brooks Nader likes to share other people's toothbrushes. She's a toothbrush dealer and she'll use anyone's toothbrush, which is absolutely vile and should be illegal. It's disgusting. So that's one thing. The second thing, the episodes that Brooks Nader, apparently they've all tried Ozempic. They're super skinny and she's like half the size she used to be, and she was never big. She's on TV injecting herself and she gets so sick. She's trying to do this ad that she's hired for like this exercise class, and she can't even do it. She's going to vomit. She's in the bathtub and her bed for days after. She's very weak. She doesn't eat. Everyone thinks she's going to faint. And I thought that was so real for her to show that on TV, because that's literally how half the people that are on it feel half the time. So I love that she's so transparent. She says she got a nose job and her nose is too small now, and people call her Michael Jackson. And I think she's super transparent, and who doesn't love that? And she's out here being all glamorous, but she's not trying to act like she's not on Ozempic, and she's not struggling, and she's not all this stuff, and her boyfriend cheated on her. She's like flipping out and super depressed, and they show it all. And I think that's, I just like it. It was a fun show. The one sister, what was her name? Grace, I think. Mary Holland, I think. So she's always talking to Chat GPT or AI or whoever she's talking to, and you think she's talking to a friend on the phone. And she's like, "What do you think about this? And if I do this, what do you think about this?" And she's literally talking to AI, and that I do not approve. No stamp of approval. I don't like that. That's so weird. I don't want to live in a world that people are talking to AI. And I don't get it. Like, why would you talk to AI? It's not a real person. And you're not trying to find, like, you're asking for advice. That's not okay. You're not looking for a concrete fact. Like, you're asking for advice, and that is so weird. That boy that, unalived himself because he was talking to Chat GPT, and Chat GPT was encouraging him and helping him with ideas. That's all very weird to me. That other man that was 76 years old in Jersey, he thought he met the love of his life, and it was really a bot. That's crazy. That's just weird. And he died on his way to see her because that's a very man thing to do. Anyways, speaking of weird men, I follow and I've interviewed author Asha Elias. She wrote the book Pink Glass Houses and the Namaste Club, which I'm halfway through and loving it, by the way. She posted on her IG that she was sitting out at, I think, Avo or some cafe, and here in Miami Beach or somewhere in Miami. And this guy comes up to her. He's wearing sunglasses and he's having small talk, and she thinks he's flirting with her. So she's just trying to be cool, but kind of like, no, thank you. And he just keeps going and going and going. And lo and behold, he's recording her the whole time. And the sunglasses are meta glasses. So she finds out later, I guess somebody saw it because he uploaded the video with her in it, and she was like completely decent to him, but kind of saying she had a boyfriend and she wasn't interested. And he does this for fun, and he does this for views, and he does this for social media likes and money. So he has an IG, it's called It's Polo Kid, and he should be reported and shut down because isn't that illegal? One thing is to record people in public and they know you're like, your phone's up, people can tell what you're doing, but to have it on your sunglasses and you don't know you're being recorded, that I think is illegal, or should be, because that's not cool. What if you're saying something private? What if you're saying something that you don't want shared? And to upload your video with your face, that's also not okay. But be careful. Be careful. If a man comes up to you that you don't know and he's wearing glasses, just don't talk to him. Just don't talk to him. Don't take the chance. Or demand that he puts his glasses in his pocket. That's what I'm going to do, because this is a violation, such a violation of privacy. And thank you, Asha, for sharing that, because I would have never thought of that. Oh my gosh, do you guys remember the man, the Wisconsin father who faked his own death on a kayaking trip so he can go to Europe to start a new life with another woman? It's not funny, but men are nuts. Men are nuts. The will that they have to cheat and to pursue women, it's astonishing. It's incredible. And this is why men need to work more than women, because they have this drive in them that we don't want or need. We don't want it. We don't have it, and we don't want it. So he staged his own death, and he was gone for 89 days. He was 45 years old, or is 45 years old. And so he was sentenced to 89 days in jail, the exact amount of time he was missing. And on a misdemeanor charge of obstructing an officer during his hearing. And then I think he was also fined. He deeply regrets his actions. Yeah, right. I think he has to also pay like $30,000 to the court in restitution. Where does restitution go? To the court? The wife is the one that should get paid. She's the one that had to go through this humiliating, stressful situation. So that was interesting that they sentenced him the same amount of time that he was missing. What else? Playboy's moving to Miami Beach, y'all. I think I mentioned this last time. It's kind of exciting. That guy Rivani, He's like a big real estate developer. He's also planning on reviving Lincoln Road in Miami Beach, which used to be the bomb.com when I was young. I lived on Lincoln Road. It was so happening. It was awesome. I was there all the time. So he's trying to revive Lincoln Road, and he's bringing Playboy to Miami Beach in the Rivani Hotel and or Rivani building, and they're going to do a club, and it's going to be fabulous, and we'll see what happens with that. The movie The Housemaid's coming out December 2025. So I think it's Christmas Day, and that's where I'll be on Christmas Day because there's nothing better than a brand new movie that I'm dying to see on Christmas Day. That's what I like to do, and that's where I'll be. I read all three. We actually reviewed them. It's on our page. We did 3 book reviews, The Housemaid series, if you want to go listen to that. If you haven't read the books, you should read them before the movie comes out. Today is September 1st. Todd Chrisley's reality show's back on Lifetime. It's called Back to Reality. If you want to hate watch, if you hate them, I know they have a lot of haters, not haters, but like people that aren't fans of them because they're criminals. So I did find a loop around. If you don't have Lifetime, I read that it will stream next day on, I think, on Hulu and on Apple TV. So if you want to watch it, there's an idea that might work. And gel manicures are being banned in Europe. So I was telling my girlfriend the other day because she's always doing gel manicure. I'm like, that's so bad for you. Oh my gosh. And look, gel manicures are being banned. It's not that gel manicures are being banned, it's an ingredient that's in gel manicures that it's that one ingredient when you put it under UV light, it's the one that makes it, I don't know, come together. But it's one ingredient. So, but apparently without that ingredient, it's not going to work the same. So basically, gel manicures are being banned in Europe starting September 1st. So if that doesn't convince you to stop doing gel manicures, I don't know what will. I mean, it's obviously bad for you. And I'll never forget, there was this woman that had cancer years and years and years ago. And I met her at like a little get together. And she told me that the first thing her doctor said is take out all fragrances from your life, perfumes, cleaning products, body lotions, all of that. Like read the labels and also stop using nail polishes and go to like non-toxic organic. Don't put fake nails, all of that, because I guess it's, right in your cuticle and it goes right into your bloodstream. So natural nails are back. We're doing the shorter, natural, non-toxic polish. I found this amazing polish. I saw this girl on TikTok. The company's called Manicurist, and it's called Active Glow Raspberry Nail Polish. And it gives you, there's no base coat, there's no aftercoat. You just use this one, and it gives you, it's in a raspberry clear, but it gives you that, it looks like a manicure, kind of like pink, like translucent. And I'm gonna order it because it looks really good, and that's right up my alley because I like that natural nail look. I also saw another good nail polish from Static Nails. That's another nail polish I want to try because I love just like a clear or a cream or a baby clear type of pinkish nude color on your nails. And I think that's the next step in our trending society. Um, I think that's all I have for you guys. Short and sweet, something to get you through your hot girl walk, and I'll see you next time. Bye.